Welcome to the Global Executive Business Speaker Series, brought to you by the Business and Technology Department at LaGuardia Community College. We're excited to present our official podcast series titled Student Stories, Triumphs, Trials, and Takeaways. This series provides relatable stories of students navigating the ups and downs of college life. Whether you're looking for motivation or just reassurance that you're not alone on this journey, this podcast is your space to celebrate, honor, and recognize your hard work. Each episode will feature current and former students who will speak about skills, development, their transfer experience, the importance of building and sustaining connections, and career success. We hope that this series continues to inspire, celebrate, and offer valuable lessons along the way. In this episode, I had the opportunity to speak with Olu Segun, a business administration major at LaGuardia Community College. Olu will be graduating this June, and we are so proud of Olu's achievements and excited to feature her today. We hope you find this podcast conversation useful as you think about your academic and professional journey. Olu, welcome.
Hello, Professor. Thank you for having me today.
It's great to have you here, Olu. Tell us a little bit about you, Olu, where you grew up, any inspirations, anything about your background that you would like to share with us.
So I grew up in a large household. I'm the youngest of 10 children. Every one of my siblings is a graduate, which has inspired me to follow in their footsteps. My educational journey began at Lebanese Community School in Nigeria, and that was for elementary. I later moved on to London and attended St. Martin's in the Field High School for Girls, which is in Tussle. And one thing is, when I was looking back, I noticed that my experiences has really exposed me to diverse cultures with communities, shaping my appreciation for inclusivity.
I think that was well said, Olu. And I need to ask this question. Being the youngest of 10, do you have any advice for all of us who are dealing with siblings?
Try to listen to them
So
because,
patience is key.
patience is truly key, and
Uh,
there's a lot to learn from them.
Of course, and I'm happy that you shared that. And it sort of put you on the track as you think about where you're at now in terms of your work and what you want to do next. Because you mentioned all of your siblings also have degrees, and that certainly is inspiring for you as the youngest of 10. And with that in mind, why did you choose LaGuardia Community College? And how did LaGuardia Community College help you recognize what you wanted to do after migrating?
So, like I said, diversity has always been a key. I was drawn to LaGuardia's reputation as an inclusive institution, like coming from a background into an environment that is kind of unknown. You would want a place that would welcome you and help you in your journey. And so that was one of the main reasons for choosing LaGuardia Community College.
What were your thoughts when you first walked through the doors at LaGuardia?
Oh, that's a really good question. Okay, so when I first walked through the doors, I walked into the C building and I remember seeing this vibrant red background. And at that moment, it was mixed feelings of nervousness and curiosity. This is me stepping into a new chapter of my life. But beyond the colors, the layout, what struck me the most was the welcoming atmosphere created by the staff. It felt like I was stepping into this community that was ready to support my growth and my transformation.
That's really well said. We're happy that you selected LaGuardia Community College. What were your concerns and what were your motivations to come back to college?
I was returned back to school after some years, and walking through the doors, I questioned myself. It had to do with if I was doing the right thing and how I was going to get started. However, the staff welcomed me, and their willingness to help without judgment quickly restored my confidence and my sense of belonging at LaGuardia.
A sense of belonging and community. I think that's well said. Have you had any proud moments since starting college?
Am I permitted to name a few?
Of course, yes, this is your space to name them all.
Stating this with all humility, Some of my proudest achievements at LaGuardia include being placed on the dean's list throughout my duration in school, also being spotlighted on the business and technology department LinkedIn's page. And recently, I was being nominated to deliver the valedictorian speech for ASAP program. And all this has been a big accomplishment for me because my takeaway from it is that I believe it's a reflection of my commitment to my academic and personal growth.
We are just so proud of you, and
Thank you, Professor.
we are all excited to continue supporting you on your journey and seeing how you evolve in your academic and professional journey. Olu, can you tell us a little bit more about the company that you're currently working at? What are you doing now? Feel free to share what you've been up to.
I work with New York City School Construction Authority. Currently, my role is being a transcriptionist. I transcribe meetings for the construction project. And what we do basically is we build schools in and around New York City. So it might be building a school from scratch or renovating a school. I've been working there for about 2 years, going on to 3 years, and it's been a really good experience and journey. I do hope to transition from my present role, and that's why right now I'm pursuing a degree in business administration.
And what got you involved in this field of works, and what were your thoughts going into this career opportunity?
To be sincere, I've always worked in the administrative role. It's a little different from what I was used to doing, but there's something about me. I'm always open to a new challenge. And I felt for the time being, it was something I could do and then transition eventually into the desired role that I want, which is business administration.
And that's great. And we all need to have a stepping stone. And that takes me to my next question to you. Can you share how the business administration major and any specific courses or projects that you have been working on that help you with your task at work?
Prior to coming to college, I've always been working, and I would say that I have acquired more knowledge from the business administration program with the tools that I have been equipped with. One of them is understanding more of my company's organizational structure and how roles like mine contribute to innovation and change. A good example would be the Principle of Management course, BTM 103, which taught me a lot about management, workflow optimization, which I now apply in my role in terms of documenting my meeting minutes more effectively. The skills that I have acquired align with my goal, especially with me looking to transition into human resources management. Overall, it's helped me more in terms of efficiency within my organization.
That's well said. And I think efficiency really matters given the time that we're in.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, Can you tell me more about your experience with the business and technology department, the people you met, the connections that you made, and the experiences that kept you inspired?
I have a lot, but I won't
Again,
mention
we have the
first.
time and space, Olu.
The first person is Professor Baker. Oh, my shout out to him. Oh, he's a great professor. I don't even think words would do justice. I never felt I was a person that would embrace the accounting course like I did, but he taught so well. He took his time. He made sure he was there to make sure that we learn. Like we were there to learn, and he was there to serve us, and he showed real leadership. Also, I must mention my Professor Maharaj. I learned a lot from your class. It opened my eyes to ethics in marketing. There was one aspect that I never even thought of. I thought it was just one thing to market, not thinking of the ethical aspects of it. Professor, thank you for taking your time and making sure that the hands-on experience of it was phenomenal. I must also shout out Professor John Marino in terms of my organization, my present role. It really made me understand leadership skills, also helping me know how to relate with my superiors and be more efficient with work.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Olu, you're so kind to say that. And of course, Professor Zbika and Professor Marino will certainly tune into this recording, and I'm sure they would both be delighted. And I would also say, just on behalf of the Business and Technology Department and all of those that you meet and you've touched with your kindness, you have made this a growth opportunity for all of us because we learn from you. We had the chance to incorporate your perspectives in the classroom. And I would say that speaking in my class specifically, you've always been such a strong contributor to the different perspectives and supporting your fellow students in the classroom. So we have to thank you as well for just all of the things that you continue to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Olu, as we wrap up this conversation, do you have any advice, any thoughts you want to impart to the next set of students?
I just want them to know that life, this whole experience, to me, I would like to illustrate it as me being on a ride. As the author Greg Addison would say, focus on the journey, not the destination. Joy is not only found in finishing an activity, but in doing it well. I had my moments, had the highs, we had the lows, the sleepless nights. There were times when you doubted, but I just want them to know that you could do anything you set your mind to. Trust God, but also trust in yourself. Nothing is perfect. I think that's where we fall sometimes because we think it has to be perfect. We always have to be on top of it. But just know for the fact that you are showing up and you are actually wanting to learn, I mean, sky is not only the limit, there's so much more beyond it.
Olu, thank you for sharing that. It's ultimately comes down to showing up, being present, being yourself, being
Yes.
true, being genuine, and you've certainly captured all of that in this conversation. For everyone on the line, you just heard from Olu Segun, a business administration major at LaGuardia Community College. Olu, it was so good having you on this program, and we're happy that you took some time out to contribute to this conversation. And just know, on behalf of the Business and Technology Department and LaGuardia Community College, we are so proud of you, and we will remain your biggest cheerleaders and supporters as you think about your future.